There are only a handful of books that could change your entire life. Here is one book that changed my life 20 years ago. The School for Gods, by Stefano Elio D. Anna, an Italian modern-day philosopher and businessman who established the European School of Economics. I will share 60 life-changing advice from the School for Gods today in this story. A quick note though. Please note that the word addiction is the attachment or dependency to life and material possessions instead of addiction to drugs. Man's past, present, and future, the events, circumstances, and experiences that happen to him as he walks his own path are shadows reflected by his own beliefs. His existence and destiny are that his own judgments and thoughts become tangible and visible. You are what you think, one creates with his thoughts all the time. Whatever you dream of, it comes true. That's the world because that's who you are. The world is what you dreamed of. The things in your life that you want that cannot change are not because change is not possible, but because you think that change cannot happen. If you want to change your life, and on the other hand, you think it can't happen, of course, it won't. Planners, those who decide to achieve a goal, are worried, suspicious, and afraid every time they think of it. However, those who feed the dream have no doubts. They feel that their enthusiasm is renewed every time they turn their minds to the dream, and they move to a state of freedom. Regardless of the circumstances governing a person's life, they miraculously respond to one's expectations. The only solution to confusion is self-observation. Watch yourself. Know who you are. Diseases are harbingers of internal disintegration in ourselves and things that we need to fix. Addiction is the result of a decrease in a person's dignity, the result of internal disintegration. Addiction is the visible result of the abandonment of that dream. Being addicted is an indication that one stops believing in oneself and stops dreaming. We create our lives. When the person changes his attitude towards what is happening to him, the nature of the events that will happen to him will change over time. Self-observation is self-correction. A person can only change the way they face them, not the events in their life. No event is good or bad. It's just an opportunity. Our self-level attracts our life to itself. And it all stems from you. Everything you see and touch is an outward view of your existence, your lack, and the emptiness in you. There are no gaps in life. If you don't fill them out by forcing yourself to think and act in a new way, he will do it for you in all his cruelty. Your past will heal when you stop being drawn to worries, doubts, and fears. That's the real point of forgiving yourself in the heart. The past is ashes, and now the world you see and touch is the material of everything that is you. Nothing in your life that your thoughts have previously disapproved of will come across in your life. You always get the same events because nothing changes in you. It attracts a similar one. Thought is creative. Our thoughts are our destiny. As the quality of our thoughts increases, so does our quality of life. Life on earth as a school of gods. Confusion, doubt, mayhem, crisis, anger, unhappiness, and pain are all excellent opportunities to grow. The universe is perfect as it is, you're the only one who needs to change. Blame yourself for everything, and hold yourself accountable for whatever happened to you. The person wishes only health, wealth, and well-being for himself, clearly and selectively. If he could observe himself and hear his heart, he would actually hear him sing a tune of negativity non-stop, that is, he would pray with a catastrophic prayer of anxiety, unhealthy images, and waiting for terrible events that might happen to him, which may never come. As one's breath expands, so does its own reality. If your goal is to change your personal destiny, work on your breath, and spend enough time breathing. You can only have as much as you are responsible for. A man's life is the shadow of his dreams. Everyone has seen that what they believe in is realized to the point of a comma. The obstacles that come against it are the transformation of one's own boundaries, competing ideas, and weakness into the matter. When you realize that the world is your own reflection, you are free of it. To fall in love with something other than ourselves and forget the belief in our own existence means losing ourselves in the chaos of an addicted world and forgetting that we are the only creator of our personal reality. People like you only feel what others are going through when you're among others. You prefer crowded places, you get jobs in government or big corporations, that is, wherever you feel the reassuring presence of the crowd. You perform all the rituals of being dependent, provided you are among others, avoiding yourself and the unbearable burden of loneliness. Don't break away from the principles of dreams, always keep them alive in you. Even a man standing alone in a room can announce his own situation and intentions to the entire universe. You can't hide. Our smallest movements, every vision, every thought, every shape, and every expression taken by our face are recorded in infinity. Whatever a person dreams of, it is now real. It just takes a while for it to become visible. Addiction is fear. Spend all your strength, time, energy, and everything you have to achieve what you truly want. People who love what they do are not addicted. Be a king first, and the kingdom will come. A man gets as much as he can fit into his vision, but he gets what he's responsible for. There's nothing out there. If what an unsustainable person has is above his level of existence, even if an event or other condition develops in his favor for that day, one day he will surely return to his former poverty. Everything is interconnected. There's nothing else. Put aside your concerns. You'll discover that there are no obstacles, that you are your only obstacle, and that you have unwavering faith in your limitations. The more you have, the more you have. In any case, even in its most impossible attempts, the person who believes in him is given all the resources he can afford. It is entirely up to you how long the encounters last. It will continue until you understand, and it will be difficult to the extent that you resist. Encountering others in anticipation extends the time. Every encounter has meaning and things to teach. So you should be grateful to even the people who have left bad marks in your life. They have completed their duties and left. No one and nothing can force you to become an addict, only you can do it. Being addicted is a personal choice, even if it's unintentional. The world responds to every request. Being addicted is the work of a mind trapped in its own fears and imaginary delusions. It is the visible result of the delivery of the dream. When a person is too frustrated in his life to get out of it, when he realizes his own lack, his inadequacy, when existence squeezes him to the point where he cannot breathe in a vice, then only then does the school appear. Thoughts are creative. Events are the tangible, visible of our thoughts, our self-situations. Therefore, events and situations are the same things. Situations occur in life, when they are produced in each person's self, while events appear over time and independently of their will. States are events that wait for the right time to occur. Our thoughts attract the corresponding events, such as invitations written by hand, that we send and forget. Everyone's own condition is the best that can happen to them. Everything in life is necessary for a reason and a purpose and always serves you. People have two feelings, fear and love. Fear is the death inside. The only plan a person can do is to improve himself, to nurture his own thoughts. The rest will come from his own. Removing willpower from where it is and abandoning a single speck of fear can move the mountains. You have to believe to see. Only the imperfect repeats itself. Perfection never repeats itself. When anything is done well, it's done forever. The universe is aware of it, and it doesn't have to be repeated. Only the flawed one has repeated over and over again until you understand it. The longing will take you back to the laws of your past, as well as squander all the practical work you've done over the years. If you involve someone else, you will not do wrong. Because you're going to have tremendous joy for bringing healing and light to another corner of being. When this happens to a human being, the entire universe will know. Objects know who to go to and who to leave. You can only have as much as you'll be responsible for. With love, Keenan.